I am 100% going to admit that throughout most of this save, because I knew that our pool of players was going to be so small. Well, I didn't know it in the beginning, but I came to discover it pretty darn quickly. I've been hoarding these players and holding on to them for dear life. But every once in a while, you just gotta make a move and take the money and run. And we did that with Yannick Rochelt. He is no longer a member of the squad. The 30-year-old is off to Grunter Fürth, and that is the biggest piece that we have done, at least in transfers out, in this transfer window here in Season 6 of South by Southwest. By the way, if you have been enjoying the series so far, drop a like. Let us know down in the comments what you think. Do you think we're actually going to be able to pull it off and make it to the Bundesliga next year? I would love to know your thoughts, because this very well may be the last season of the save. We'll talk about that a little more as we get towards the end of the year. Could our goal just be making it into the Bundesliga, which is a place that SV ELVERSBERG has never been before in history? But Yannick Rochelt, we got 1.8 million for him. I believe that is going to go up to, I believe, 2.5, maybe even 3 million. We just absolutely positively could not say no. We also couldn't say no when somebody finally decided that it was okay that they would take Dominik Martinovic off of our hands. Didn't sell him for a whole heck of a lot. We didn't sell him at all. He's out on loan to Epinal. That was the only offer we could get, and we felt that it was absolutely positively time for us to move on from the 31-year-old striker. Now, because Yannick Rochelt was gone, we needed to bring somebody in. And that is a familiar face. He was here in the beginning. He is back here now. Bombase Conte. Now that we need a left wing, I figured we'd just bring him back. He is just such a good player. He's only made one sub appearance for us so far. We literally just brought him in, but I am excited to see what he can do. The 25-year-old German is back at ELVERSBERG. He is fast. And he is fast. He can also dribble. He's got a decent first touch. So I think that he is going to do a lot for us on that side. We have not done any other business, with the exception of we sold Ben Wayen, the 17-year-old, to Hertha Berlin. Figured he was not going to be making an appearance for the club anytime soon. We have a ton of guys who can play in the midfield. As you can see in the squad comparison, well, maybe you can't because it's probably behind my head. He was 11th on the club, just a single gold star in current ability. His potential ability was somewhere between 2.5 and 4.5 stars, depending on which day of the week, and we just felt that maybe it was time to move on, get a little bit of money. Hertha Berlin was interested in him, so we let him go. How have we done since we last saw each other? That, my friends, is an excellent question. We actually haven't played very many matches since we lost 2-1 on the road in yesterday's episode to FC Nuremberg. We played a bunch of friendlies, obviously, because we had a long 6-week winter break, but we came back, took on SC Paderborn at home, and absolutely mopped the floor with them. We only managed the one goal. It was a 68th minute tally by Marvin Yusin. We only had the one shot on target, but we got a lot of shots off. Looking at the XG, even though we only hit the target once, to have an XG of 2.18 is pretty impressive. Now, should we have scored more? Absolutely. But we enjoyed 67% of the ball. We just did not let Paderborn in this match in any way, shape, or form. We followed that up on the road with a 2-1 victory at Jan Regensburg. Julian Kania scored for them in the 57th minute, but it was just a consolation goal because Keenshir got things started 3 minutes in. Samir Shaheen scored, I believe it was his first goal of the season, in the 36th minute. So back-to-back victories. We then took on Dynamo Dresden on the road. This one we could not pull out. We had an opportunity. We did fall down 1-0, and we trailed at the half by that score. But Keen Shear, once again, just 4 minutes into the second half, tied things up. Manuel Foul converted on a penalty. In the 73rd minute, we were up 2-1, but then Dresden just kind of turned things on in the final 15 minutes. Generally speaking, this was our match. We outshot them. We got more shots on target. Our XG obviously was higher. We doubled them up in possession, but Dmitro Bogdanov managed to break through with 7 minutes left in regular time. We ended up dropping 2 points, but also coming away with a point on the road. Not too bad. However, Kaiserslautern, we just could not solve them the following week at home. We lost 2-1. It was 1-1 after the half. Marvin Houston scoring our lone goal. It put us up 1-0. Then Joaquin, 6 minutes later, tied things up. And then Vincent Bidon in the 67th minute put Kaiserslautern ahead for good. This was a much more even match statistically, although Kaiserslautern got a number of shots against us, a lot more than we got against them. We were just not in the right headspace, but still, I will absolutely take it. It was not too bad. So that leaves us in 4th place on the table. 21 matches have been played. Osnabrück does still have a game in hand on us. We trail them by 1 point for that promotion playoff spot, and we're only 5 points behind Dynamo Dresden for 2nd place. We're taking on Braunschweig. It is on the road. They are a team that has definitely dominated us quite a bit of late. Not dominated, but they have definitely put on better performances of late against us than we have put on against them, even though we have won 3 of our last 5 meetings. So let's get to the game. Of course, I was all excited for you guys to see the full debut of Bamase Kante, but he's going to miss this one. He's out with a virus because that's just the way Football Manager seems to work every once in a while. But that's okay. Braunschweig is in 16th place. We have, by the way, other teams have played around us. We have dropped down back into 6th, but we are looking to move our way back up. We're going to keep playing Paul Henrich out on the left side. Conte is going to have to come out. Henry Cole is going to come and take his place on the bench. So here's how we are going to set up. Stefan Driaka back in. So Balas is no longer going to be our starting goalkeeper. It's okay, but we'll put him on the bench in place of Max Schreiber. Driaka is going to be in goal. Ramazan Agun is going to be getting the start as our left back. Darkhan Akhmedov is still recovering from an earlier injury. And oh yeah, by the way, Akhmedov will not be with us next year. I kind of sort of waited a little bit too long to try to extend his contract. By the time we got around to it, he decided that he would rather spend next season playing for Astana. So Akhmedov, the 19-year-old, we're going to have to try to find a way to replace him next season. Another reason why I'm thinking maybe this may be our last year, because that was a big boo-boo. So Agun is going to start as our left back. Diallo was going to be on the right-hand side. Manuel File has dropped down to the bench for now. We want to give Diallo an opportunity. File, at 32 years old, I just don't know if he's going to re-sign for us next year. I don't know if we're going to re-sign him for another year. Who knows? Zender and Adieli will be our pairing in the center back position. It's going to be Niederlander, Gindorf, and Samir Shaheen in the midfield. Shear at the 10. Henrich, as already mentioned, at the left wing. Marvin Houston is going to start things up top. And I am very encouraged about this match. Now, I've been encouraged about every single match that we have been playing recently. We know how that turned out in yesterday's episode, where we didn't necessarily do as great as I would have liked against FC Nuremberg. We waited a little bit too long to start to turn things on. Hopefully against the 4-4-2 for Braunschweig, we'll be able to handle that just a little bit better. They are in the yellow, we are in the white, and we are underway in Braunschweig, Germany. Adieli in control. They are pressing us just a little bit. Samishihine quickly to Shear. Tries to find his way through, but he's taken out by Lecoy. Already an early yellow card, less than 20 seconds into the match. Hopefully, Shear's going to be just fine. So he is still in this one. No harm. Well, there was a foul. No harm came from that foul. Hopefully we'll be able to turn things on. And an early corner kick chance. Ramazan Agun taking it instead of Lars Gindorf. I like our chances here. Adieli, though, can't win it. Comes to Diallo. Henrich looking to blast it. Nope, sends it over. Samir Shaheen. His shot is blocked by Anderson. And Eintracht Braunschweig looking to start things up the other way, taking their time a little bit. As Anderson looking to play it to Hermann. He's challenged. He'll play it back to the goalkeeper Hoffman. Awuja near side. Lukoki. I love saying these names for the first time ever live because it makes me sound completely uneducated. Marvin Houston, great steal, playing it to Henrich. Numbers the other way. Henrich looking to feed it through. It's off of the defender. It's going to come to Niemann, and the counterattack going for Eintracht Braunschweig the other way. Nemec can't catch up to it. Diallo clears it, but it will be settled down by a Braunschweig player. Lucas Bruma also picking up a booking, so 2 yellow cards in the first couple of minutes of the match for Eintracht Braunschweig. They're already in early foul trouble, and hopefully it leads to even bigger trouble. Hey, if we get them down to 10 men, that works for me as well. Driaka diving for it, but ultimately that's going to be chipped over and not on goal. First shot of the match for Eintracht Braunschweig. Both teams have not yet hit the target. That has been a massive problem for us this season. I don't know how to fix that because we just can't get players that have better finishing, and now Marvin Houston is going to be out, so we're going to have to make a change at striker. That's okay. 17 minutes in, let's bring Angelo Stavridis into that position, see what he can do. He can drop down and play left wing if we need to make a change later on, if we want to bring somebody else in at striker. I don't like bringing players on and then substituting them off later, even if they do come in fairly early to replace for an injury. I just think that it's like the Moise Keane effect. Those of you who have been fans of Everton for a number of years know what I'm talking about. Shear playing it to Adieli. Shear once again with it. Can't move past his hand, so we'll drop it to Leonard Niederlander. Agun looking for Henrich, but Anderson steps in front of that and will clear that away. It'll be tracked down by Robin Zentner, and Driaka will look to restart things for Elversberg. If we can take a lead here, that would be absolutely fantastic, guys. Good job by Shear getting the ball back. He's got 2 men going forward. Gindorf feeding it out wide. Henrich with space takes a touch in, and a save made by Hoffman. That's going to go behind for a corner kick. 22 minutes in. This one Lars Gindorf is going to take, but it's an in-swinger, so I'm fine with it. Looking for Zentry, finds him off of the goalkeeper, played in the middle. Keen Shear is going to score his 11th of the year. Ivanov missed the header. Elversberg taking a 1-0 lead over Eintracht Braunschweig, and this is the kind of game that I want to see. And picking up a goal off of a set piece. Now, I don't know if they're going to count it officially. Rafael Adieli looked like he should have, if he hasn't. Yes, he did. He did pick up the assist on that one. Great feed across by Adieli, picking it up along that far post. Throw in deep for Braunschweig. They play it back to their goalkeeper. Now, we do play kind of high. We're not like super pressing. We've been over this. We're much more of a possession team than a pressing team. Nemec in control into the box, turns it back towards Niemann, settling it down. Driaka, though, gets his fingers on it and will knock that over the goal, but it will lead to a corner opportunity for Eintracht Braunschweig. How did we lose positions? Even with the winning position right now, we find ourselves in, well, I guess we were in 4th place. We're back in 4th place, but we are now 3 points behind 3rd. How does this happen? I guess they play the game in hand, and now we're all back even. So there's always an explanation, but without having it right in front of me, who knows? We just make up a story about how we're just getting jerked around again by the league, and the table is just all messed up. It'll all work out in the end. Shear going around the side. He's got Diallo up that near sideline. Diallo, 3 men in the box, playing it back post. Henrich has it into the ground, but Hoffman able to smother that. Beautiful cross by Diallo. Now, I think he probably should have been able to hit Stavridis. I think Stavridis would have had a much better opportunity to score on that one. But the fact that it went all the way through to Paul Henrich, I'm okay with that. As long as we're the team that is getting our head on it and it's not just being automatically cleared, we're actually doing something to be positive in the match. That makes me feel best. 70% possession, though. 7 shots to 2 in favor of ELVERSBERG. And obviously, we are in the lead by a score of 1-0. Now, we are underperforming our XG, which I do not love. I love that we're getting the opportunities. It's just proving to us that we are not taking advantage of them in the way that we should. I'd always love to see our XG be slightly below, if not way below, our actual score on the scoreboard. But after 45 minutes, taking the 1-0 lead on the road, I'm happy with that. Lukoki playing ahead, Philippe trying to move it through, but Diallo gets in the way of that. He'll just play that back to his goalkeeper, Driaka. Driaka making his first start of the second half, believe it or not. I believe that we have had Rene Ballas playing each and every match since Driaka went out with the injury, but now he is fully fit and he is back in, and so far through 46 minutes he has managed to keep a clean sheet, and off of the corner handles that one himself and keeps that alive. Now that I have mentioned the CS words, chances are pretty good we're going to give up a goal probably in the next couple of minutes, maybe even on this counterattack. I just don't know. Bruma looking to throw it over the top. It's going to roll to the baseline. Adieli is going to keep it in for some reason. Niederlander playing it only as far as Niemann. Niemic in. I think he was offside. No, he wasn't. That was a save by Driaka, which he would have made anyway, or he did make anyway. I thought that Niemic was offside. Felipe sending it in. Diallo finally trying to clear it, and we are successful. But the momentum of the second half thus far has been in favor of Eintracht Braunschweig. But Keen Shear has the goal, and that is the difference. His 11th of the year, and he has just been an absolute revelation this year. I could not believe where we would be without him. Ball cleared away, but Diallo is going to run and track that down. He's got some pace on him. It's one of the reasons why I like playing him there. Ramazan Agun taking control after the heavy touch off of the Braunschweig player. Zentner gives it back to him. Up the line, Henrich to Gindorf in the middle. Circles it to his right. Feeds Diallo on the right wing into the box, keeping it away from the defender. Playing it towards Samishaheen, picked off by Herman, up to Felipe, quickly to Niemic, and Niemic looking to press forward. He's going to get a shot off, and Driaka is going to make a relatively easy save when all was said and done. But we are going to demand more from our team at this point, because the first 10 minutes of this second half have given me some minor heart palpitations. Adieli picking up a booking as well. First yellow card of the match for ELVERSBERG. Gindorf with a great opportunity off of the set piece, and Hoffman able to deal with that, but we're going to get another chance at a corner. Can we score a second one? Ramazan Agun, the 17-year-old, sending it in, looking for Adieli, and it just misses wide. It's going to be an Eintracht Braunschweig goal kick. So first real chance of offense that we saw in that second half, and with 30 minutes remaining in this match, we are hoping to hold on. Right now, we've got the 1-0 lead. I'd like to add on to that. Please, Football Manager, if you will allow it, I would be greatly, eternally appreciative. Right now, our team is not in the greatest of moods, and Agun's playing well. I'm looking at Pascal Diallo not having the greatest game, so we will bring in Manuel File. We are going to move Stavridis down to that left wing spot, and we're going to bring in Marco Hein, the 18-year-old. Like to see him get a goal. We haven't seen him hit the score sheet since he potted 4 in that first round matchup in the DFB Pokal. Felipe with a shot that is, well, that's going to be a free kick. Doesn't really matter if our defender got in the way or not. He was, at the end of the day, offside. Zentner looking to get things started. Not a great weight on that pass. Guys, we have to be absolutely better than that. Let's go. We're gonna fire up the team. Honestly, if that has a negative effect on them, that is on them and not me. Anderson across, and there's Lucas Broom. 7th goal of the year, and there's your equalizer, my friends. I told you it was coming. I had a feeling that things just we're looking to the point where we're playing well, and then all of a sudden we're just kind of just a little lackluster. And yeah, the team isn't happy about what I said to them, but you know what? I don't care. I mean, I do care because we all know how morale is so vitally important in Football Manager. But in reality, they deserved what I said to them. I told them they needed to get fired up because they just weren't showing really anything. No life. File getting it back from Sheer. I was going to say taking a shot, but I don't know if I'd really call that a shot. Would you let me know in the comments? Is that officially a shot? That was so far off. It was a moonshot, if nothing else. 70 minutes in, we're going to get a little more attacking, so we really need to start pressing our advantage here. And we have had an advantage. We have been the better team in this match, even though the scoreboard says that everything is all even. But we know that's not true. Sheer cutting it through the middle ahead. Gindorf, great first touch with a shot, and Hoffman able to make the save. He had so much to shoot at along this near side of the goal, and he went short stick. I don't know why. Agun in. Felipe looking to clear. Stavridis. Uh-oh. Again, would you call that a shot? It was supposed to be a shot, but he kind of just like chipped, like, I don't know, he needed to do like a bump and run, and instead he went full 7-iron on us there. Sami Shaheen in control. Just about 11 minutes remaining as we play it all the way back to Triaka. I do not like when highlights start this way. Shaheen up for Sheer. There we go. Moving it forward. Manuel File pushing it deeper. File into the middle. Finds Hine. Finds the goal. 5th of the year. That is going to count, my friends. The flag has stayed down. I don't see anything that says VAR is checking it. So Marco Hine making it Elversberg 2. Eintracht Braunschweig 1. And I told you he hadn't scored since he put 4 in the DFB Pokal. Great to see him pot home a goal in this match, and it makes me look like the tactical genius that we all know that I am, because I was like, you know what, I got to get this guy in the match in this situation, and he most certainly did not disappoint. I know it's a little late for a change. Carlos Zickinger is going to come in place of Niederlander, get some fresh legs in the midfield. Kind of needed to do the same thing with Lars Gindorf, although I think, nope, yep, too late. Okie dokie. Dynamo Dresden is the team in 3rd place now. Well. Mendez sending it in. Oh my God, really? Mark Yannick, Shiphorst, and Braunschweig have equalized in the 87th minute off of a corner. The set pieces against us are just so... Now, how is that not offside? How is that one not offside? The Braunschweig player was literally standing right in front of our goalkeeper. If it were reversed, we would have had that called back. You know it, I know it. Let me know in the comments that you know that we would have had that called back. Absolutely. We are going to drop points here because Football Manager doesn't know how to apply the rules evenly for humans and the AI. And... oh my, I know I spend every single one of these episodes complaining about something, but I feel like I am justified. I feel like that should never have been a goal, and that if the roles were reversed, that goal would have been called back for offside. But here we are on the road against the team we should absolutely have demolished. Doubled them up in possession. More than doubled them up, or actually almost exactly doubled them up in XG. Beat them in number of shots on target, clear-cut chances. And in the end, just a single solitary point. The good news is we do seem to play better off-camera than we do on, and we have more off-camera matches to come. We've dropped into 5th. We are now 5 points out of a possible promotion possibility spot, 6 points out of automatic promotion. So we are still well within reach of where we need to be. Union Berlin at home is coming up next. We did beat them already this season by a score of 2-1. When did I say we were coming back? I had this all figured out. I think we are going to come back for Wien Wiesbaden at the end of the month of March. Hopefully, then we will get our youth intake as well. If not, we'll start the next episode with that as we finish off our season against FC Nuremberg. If you enjoyed the video, if you think I'm justified, if you are in my corner, make sure you hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let me know in the comments what you think about whether we continue beyond Season 6, especially if we do manage to secure promotion to the Bundesliga. I'd love to hear your opinion on that. Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you next time for more South by Südwest. Until then, my friends, bye-bye.